Well, we see RLUSD and Midnight before the end of the year. We did reach out and talk to the RLUSD team. And our first meeting that we had last year, they said, look, we just launched, come back in March. And they've been clearly moving through. And I think the big issue that XRP is running into is, will Circle be acquired or not? Because this radically changes the entire strategic lens and roadmap of RLUSD. If they were successful in acquiring Circle, and I've heard rumors of an up to $11 billion acquisition, then RLUSD would probably merge with it, and then it would be a completely different ballgame on how listing is done. What we told them is, look, we're here to help. We believe XRP DeFi is very important, and obviously a stablecoin is a huge component of that. We would like to find a path to get RLUSD on Cardano. What they said is, in principle, it sounds interesting, but a lot of things have to be figured out about, well, how exactly would that work, and how would integration work, and these other things. So, and also, do they want to go through a routing like Layer 0, which is starting to happen with a lot of these guys, or do they want a direct integration and issuance with it? So we said, look, we'll do the integration for free because we like the XRP community, but we're still ongoing conversations of whether we can come to terms and if that makes sense for both parties. But we're also looking at other options for the ecosystem as a whole. Midnight is interesting because there's going to be a trustless bridge between Midnight and Cardano, and Midnight is secured by Cardano. So if you native issue on Midnight, you've effectively issued on Cardano. And it's easier in many respects to issue on Midnight because it already enjoys the substrate integrations that were done previously, because they had a much more aggressive foundation. And during the golden age, they were able to get a lot more people to integrate with them than our foundation was willing and able to do, even though they had the option and opportunity to pursue it. So through substrate and through that stuff, it's closer to the Ethereum ecosystem. And as a consequence, it's much easier in many cases to do a native integration there. Then through the bridge, you can talk into Cardano, and it's as if it's a native Cardano application. You pay an ADA still for these things. So I think there's a better path for Midnight to attract, not because of just ease of integration, but also because it's the first place you can do a private stablecoin with. So, there's a lot of discussions. Midnight's still on schedule, and we're just about to do a roll-up with all of the different people to make sure that we're still on schedule and, work really hard with this. But there's a lot to do.